Hi, I'm Carol with Black Girl Reflex. I'm a reflexologist. Most people are familiar with massage, but not everyone knows what reflexology is. The difference is that massage therapists work on muscles and I work on nerve endings to help you get a deeper sense of relaxation and pain relief, to help restore a sense of well-being. Today's video is called Cranky Baby Reflexology to the Rescue. So in today's video, I'll be sharing some tips to work with your baby to make reflexology a part of your everyday routine. Bath time, playtime, bedtime can be relaxing times for both mom and baby. Babies love touch. Gentle touch can be incorporated into games, and by focusing on specific reflex points in the hands and the feet, it can also be a treatment for relaxation and pleasure for you and your baby. But before we deal with baby, mom, let's talk to you. Babies are very sensitive to the emotions of the people around them. And so, mom, if you're tired, exhausted, irritable, in pain, uncomfortable, the baby's going to sense that and may mirror your emotions back to you. So let's start with a little treatment for you, mom. Even deep breaths can help calm your system and give you a sense of relaxation and control that you may not feel as a new mommy. So let's practice a deep breathing exercise. Well, you'll breathe in for the count of 5, hold it, and breathe out for the count of 5. So let's give it a try. I'm going to count with my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's try it again. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Practice that. It may not be done the first time or the second time you try it, but if you make that part of your routine, it's a bit of self-care. Now, let's talk about babies. Babies love gentle touch. They love playful interaction. And you can incorporate a few reflexology techniques to not only make touch enjoyable, but also beneficial for you and your baby. Science shows that gentle touch is beneficial for both the baby's emotional and intellectual and physical growth. So let's try a couple things. I'm going to use my little baby. She's a preemie. I haven't named her. Start by rubbing, if your baby's fussing, just rub the top of her big toes. Rub her big toes. That corresponds to her brain, the central nervous system, and you might just tap those areas to begin a treatment and get your baby's attention. Pay attention to the reaction. The baby's first reaction, impulse, may be to pull back. That may mean that it's just something new, and they don't quite know how to incorporate it, interpret it. But just gently try rubbing that toe, the very top of the toe. That corresponds to the brain and the central nervous system. If you work down the side, inside of that foot, you're working the baby's spine. Gently work up and down there and help that baby relax. You can work across the tops of all the toes, just with gentle touches. And again, it may help the baby relax. Working the second and third toes will help with irritability and eye trouble. The third and fourth toes correspond to the ears, so if there's earaches and teething pain. If you work across the fleshy part at the bottom of the toes, that's the chest cavity, the heart and lung. If baby has a little cold, you may be able to break up some congestion just by working those areas. If you come on down to just under the big toe, that's where the adrenal gland is, and that works on hormones and calming the whole system in the body. You can work across this middle part to help with begin to address stomach problems. Right here, you'll find the solar plexus. If you press both sides, both feet, the solar plexus again, and kind of circle that area, that helps to calm the baby. Come down to the middle part of the foot, down to the bottom. That's the digestive tract. This is where the intestines are. So if baby is suffering from colic, diarrhea, constipation, work those areas. You may even feel a little puffiness or fluffiness in some of this area. That will help the baby's stomach and digestive system. If you go to the tops of the toes, across here, this will help with colic and irritability and calm the baby down. So those are just some areas, Mom, that you can begin to work. I'm going to segue and show you some work I did with my little niece, Rosie, and her mom, Rikayla. Stay tuned.
You said massage your feet or something like that? That's the move. It's like.
So when a baby is fussy, you can work the central nervous system just like on an adult. If it's her fingers, you can work here, the top of her thumb. But if it's her toes, and she'll let you, just gently work the top of the big toe. And she's a little apprehensive about what I'm doing. She's probably feeling something she's never felt. So yes, that's right. Say, I don't like people messing with my toes. I don't like that. So you can work up the side of her foot. Oh, she had a little gas. That's what's going on. And if a baby is constipated, you can work the side of the foot, the lateral side. You can work across here, work her little intestines, and work around the bottom of that and gently just rub that. That will help her move some gas. She may have a big poop in a little while. We'll work over on this side to where it really comes out. You say, what is this lady doing to me? But I see a little fullness right here, so she probably needs to have a good little poop. And just working the lower part of her foot will help her to do that. So probably after she has that, she will then want to go to sleep. Now, to help with sleep, just massage very lightly the top of the big toes. And that will calm her, and eventually she will go to sleep. Hi, pretty girl. That's right, bat those eyes. Bat those little eyes. those little eyes. She's looking at me like, lady, what are you doing to me? Yeah, talk about it. That's right. Does that feel kind of good? Can I work on this side too? And so, parents, if you're watching, you can help to calm a little one just by rubbing on the tops of those toes. Rubbing the tops of those little toes. Yes. Yes, little girl, I see you with those big pretty eyes. Just rub the tops of those little toes. Can I walk down the inside of your little foot? Go back to the tops of those toes. Back to the tops of the toes. Yes. You don't want me to do that?
You know, it's all right, baby.
Go down the side of your little foot. Go down the side of that little bitty foot. Go down the side of that foot. Go across. Okay. You don't want to go to sleep, huh? Those little eyes are bright. See, I don't quite understand what's happening here.
I was trying to turn around for Boo to go to sleep.
You don't quite understand. You want to lay back down? You can just stroke those little feet and help that baby relax. And calm the little one down. Okay. Stop.